Here's the deal, guys. All your manifestations are going to be on hold, and if you started a manifestation, do not, I repeat, do not do it on an eclipse. It's never recommended unless you practice that dark shit where, you just get into an orgy, drink some blood, and then...
Welcome to my human design experiment.
Hello, Adyr. Welcome back.
Hi. Hi.
Hi to you too.
It's good to be back.
Welcome back to Mystical Mac, currently transitioning to embodying Mystical Mac. You'll know when it happens. Today we're doing a bonus episode because we have not one, but two eclipses happening very close together, so your astrological shit's gonna be all crazy. So Adyr's gonna let us know how to navigate through that as best as we can. And if we're lucky, he won't just say, go, bitch.
Oh, right. The eclipse is the one I'm actually focused on, is one that's coming up, which is going to be in Taurus. I think it's going to be quarter.
It's a lunar, right?
Yeah, it's a lunar. Here's the deal, guys. All your manifestations are going to be on hold, and if you started a manifestation, do not, I repeat, do not do it on an eclipse. It's never recommended unless you practice that dark shit where, you just get into an orgy, drink some blood, and then...
Watch that be the clip.
What the Kiwis believe. I believe all these rich people, what they do is they get one finger, well, actually two or three, because I'm Christian, so I use one to keep it holy, and just dig right in there and pull whatever comes out and bleeds. And then I drink it because it's the body of life.
It literally sounds like Paranormal Activity Next of Kin. I've
never seen that movie.
I watched a video of it. I didn't even actually watch the movie. No, it's like Paramount Plus's new installment in Paranormal Activity, but the concept seemed too far.
Paranormal Activity, Next of Kin, it was 3, it was 4, it was the Paranormal Activity video camera. Okay,
it's
a video camera that does Paranormal Activity. It's what the fuck, dude? It's like... Spoiler alert, I saw some of it, and it's one of those when I was watching it, getting scared, and I said, I'm just going to do laundry, this is stupid.
No.
I just didn't understand how the guy was just like, it's because it has these 3 little slides of glass contraptions inside that lets you look inside the 4th dimension and all this shit, and I don't understand it.
I don't either.
And this is me smiling. I don't understand it.
I don't understand it. So wait, is this eclipse just, it's gonna put all of our manifestations on hold like the Paranormal Activity franchise has currently been?
Yeah. It's a bunch of crazy energy. You have it in Taurus, which is going on right now. And when it's in Taurus, that's great. It's, looking within the home. And I think it's in the 10th house. Oh no, that is for Leo rising. My bad. Some risings, if it's in the 10th house, which is great, which is your job. And its aspects are in Sagittarius and Scorpio still, I think. No, Capricorn. Oh my God. I get my signs really mixed up right now. Either way, it's just with this whole new Scorpio new moon, Scorpio season, you have all this emotional baggage that's going to be coming out. I do not recommend a change of job right now. I do not recommend moving. So if you're planning to move or change... and you can't stand living with your roommate or by yourself, hold up. Put up with whatever that shit is going on in that house right now. If you can't stand your job and you're willing to leave, wait till after. Unless it's a 6-figure job, then deal with the torture, get your 6 figures, and get the fuck out. But nothing of that. It's because right now Taurus is pretty much the bulls blocking... the moon, and that one's going to be on a full moon.
Yes.
So you have the full moon coming in, Taurus, eclipse. It's going to be directed, we all know what eclipses are, is when the sun is blocking, is in between. Look, English is my second language. Please bear with me. I sometimes I think in Spanish, so it's all backwards. So I'd go, the moon, sun, go. And then I color read, but I was thinking of Lilo Dallas Multipass. Big bada boom, big bad, big from sky, down, fly, go down, up to cover sun, and look like blood, sometimes sky red. Okay?
That's the scientific explanation for an
Yes.
eclipse, everybody.
Yes, that's the QAnon translation. Pretty much.
God.
But any big hard decision you need to make right now, anything, even if it's like, I really want to have sex with that person tonight. Should I go ahead and do it? I really want to have sex. Don't do it, because you might end up with a C.
Oh no.
Or add an H to it, or a G. I don't want to go up to the hiccups. No, not there, but things can happen. So just be very, very, very careful. But now, if that was a trigger alert, okay, it's a trigger alert. But just be careful with your decisions right now until after that eclipse, and then you slowly move on. Because right now it's Taurus. Taurus is coming in. This is dealing with who you are, what are you loyal to, what do you stand for, and then when you have the sun and the earth's like blocking that shit right now, there's no energy to go. So it's under Rahu, and Rahu is the dark side of the moon, which is more Vedic. And Rahu's great. Rahu's like superficial. Rahu's this, Rahu's that. However, if you're going on the superficial side, just be careful too, because you do have Taurus, and Taurus represents the home. So I repeat, if you want a PS4, if you want some stupid superficial shit, I just want to, oh God, I just think I should add this country clutter thing on my table just to make my house look more pretty and make everyone come in. And it's gonna look like, that scene from Goonies when the penis, they glued it upside down and she goes, what is that? Oh shit, what? That, It's like, what? It's going to look bad, or it's going to break, or, I don't know.
This is not the time.
Like, see this? I don't even know. That tells you.
Wait, learning moment. So, lunar eclipses normally happen on full moons, if I'm not mistaken, right? They have to happen on a full moon, because...
A lunar eclipse?
Yeah.
Yes.
It has to happen on the full moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
A full moon is normally a time where you enact your manifestations, and essentially when we have an eclipse, that just flips it on its head.
Mm-hmm.
It's like getting a card in reverse. It completely flips the meaning.
It's funny. I was born on a total eclipse. Wow. So I have
that says so much about you.
I know. So whenever I do astrology, if I do tropical, which is Western.
Not sidereal.
Yeah, not sidereal. Sidereal. Inside joke, guys. Sidereal.
I had to bring it
My
back.
sidereal sign.
It's sidereal.
But my sidereal sign is Paramount, sometimes Warner Brothers. But my sidereal is basically a sign that represents an animal and has a number on it.
Wait.
I was talking to these girls about this date once, and I was like, hey, how was your date? She said it was awful. I was like, why, first of all, he's a Virgo. That's it.
That was it?
I mean, how do you react to a date like that? Virgo. That's not a fucking excuse.
It's
like,
not.
If he says, like, okay, like, he has a seizure when he orgasms.
That's something to consider.
That's what you imagine. You're doing this. Are you okay? Oh my God, clutching your pearls while you're being taught. Ah! 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 That would end the date so fast. That would end the date so fast.
No, I'm with you though. Like, I don't get it when people just pick out someone's sun sign and it's like, that's the whole reason I don't fuck with you.
Look, sun signs, here's the deal with sun signs. Sun sign is the ego. People need to get that straight. It's not who you are. That is your ego. Your rising sign is how people see you, how the world views you. So people would go, oh, you're definitely a Pisces. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm a Sagittarius. Well, if you're a Pisces rising, people will see the Pisces in you. That's your mask. Now, your moon sign is who you are inside. That is your soul. So, say you're a Scorpio moon, there could be a tendency of being, detached or seem detached or always looking within or just, being very,
Did you mean to pick my moon sign, or was this just...
Oh, that was your moon sign? Oh, I didn't... I mean, your moon... So, it's this kind of like... You know, you would be saying, check your lipstick before you come to me. Your soul will be saying that. You know, okay, before you come, like, I may be sweet as a button, but my soul, I have fucking... That thing that points at people. It's on a sewing machine, a needle.
The stinger.
The stinger. I have a stinger, so watch out. You know, if like for me, I'm a Taurus moon, so apparently Taurus moons have a tendency to be big on loyalty. Like, you fucked me once with my loyalty, I get it, but I won't forget. It's kind of like that. So if you want to find out who you are, you know, like if you're, for example, I don't fucking know, any sign, just look at the moon sign, and that usually describes how you have a tendency to be inside. So if like someone goes like, for example, I'm an Aquarius, people go, oh, you're just so funny and you're so fucking crazy, but inside I'm just like, no, I'm not. I'm really sensitive and loyal, and I just, you know, I would, when someone talks to me, I would filter it as, how does it make me feel? You know, for someone who's like, for example, a Taurus moon, a Scorpio moon, sorry. There I am,
You're a Taurus.
I think in Spanish it's backwards. I, me, yes, Scorpio, he is Taurus, he, because I, she. But, you know, it would be more like, if someone talks to you, it would be like, okay, now, how would it affect me, or how would this work out?
Yeah.
Rather than how it makes me feel. Or if someone's an Aquarius moon, they're probably, you know, slow at picking up things.
Yeah.
Like, in a sense, because they're always in their head, so their
I
soul's
see.
very everywhere. Their
Got
soul
it.
would be all over the place, so they'd be like, someone goes, oh, you know, I think this shirt looks great on you. Many doors of taking that. That means I'm fat. That means I'm ugly. That means I'm beautiful. I know. You're welcome. Let's fuck. Oh, definitely want to fuck. You know, yeah, I'm hungry. Let's get an ice cream. It does look like an elephant. You know, it's just like, that's just how it would go. But,
Okay.
so that was a tangent.
That was a tangent. We learned about moons. But let's bring it back. So we're in an eclipse, which happens during a full moon, which essentially not halts, but like puts a pause in the manifestations that would otherwise occur if said eclipse wasn't happening. Now, with this particular eclipse, you said it's in Taurus, so it has a lot to do with the home, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
What else do we know about it? So basically, any decisions we make right now are going to deeply affect our home somehow. There's that. There's don't.
And now the home cannot mean your physical home. It could mean this.
Right.
Home.
Yes.
She's agreeing.
The candle agrees. If you guys want to get in on the candle magic, I highly suggest watching on YouTube. But thank you so much for listening as well, listeners.
No, it will affect your home. You're affecting my home, damn it. Get out of here. These cats, they know how to open my doors now. They got so smart. I trained them.
You hear it?
You hear that? That was the plant. Anyways.
The home.
The home. It will affect your home. So make it anything that affects your home. So what if you want to do any kind of changes to your home or anything that affects here, I suggest right now is a good time to put away your manifestations and focus on yourself. Focus on, for God's sakes, do some shadow work. You got Rahu out right now. Rahu is running amok.
Go inward.
Yeah.
Like the
go
candle
in.
said.
The candle curled in and go within. Right now is the perfect time to do it. This is your chance to actually go in, let out some tears, let out some gas, do whatever you need to do, let it out, and move forward. And as soon as this eclipse is over, because we got another one coming in too, but that one we'll worry about for next time.
Okay.
This one I'm focusing on the Taurus one because it's a big one.
Okay. Another bonus episode coming, friends. Yay.
That's right. Bonus. Just be careful with what decision you make. So just don't make it quite superficial. Just keep it, simple right now. Because it's crazy.
So this is, okay, it's a very personal question here. how do you know said decision is one that works? Is it a feeling? Is it kind of like a wait and see situation?
I would say stick to the wait and see rather than being impulsive.
Okay.
Impulsivity is not a good thing right now. You know, for example, I will be moving from this house soon.
Oh,
I know.
Filming location.
I know. New film location to another house.
Okay, that's nice.
But I would not do it now. A part of me wants to be emotional and be like, oh, I don't want to do this, and I want to go now. But I know if I go now, it's going to cause some stuff and some ruckus right now. So the best thing to do right as of now is just wait it out. Think about the pros and cons. How would I would do it? Do my budgeting. You know, do that like what then the Eight of Pentacles, where it's just like look at the fruits of your labor. You know, and really, I'd be surprised. I'd be laughing if one of these is the Eight of Pentacles.
Oh wow. Probably.
Imagine fruits of labor. Just check your boxes right now.
Double check them.
Yeah, double check them thoroughly before you make any third decision. And as soon as the eclipse is over, which is probably it's at 3 a.m. actually on the 19th.
Oh, that's ominous. I like it.
Yeah. Hey, 3 a.m.
Can we see it from here?
You'll be able to see a little bit of it.
Okay.
It won't be that present with us, but you can see a little bit. It'll be probably like some little red.
Okay.
But it wouldn't be like...
If you are in a place in the world where you can see it, good for you, friends.
Remember when we had ours was visible? Was that 2 years ago?
Something like that.
Yeah. On a Sunday.
Oh.
It was on a Sunday. I remember I was like, oh my God, look, I've never seen one in person.
Really?
I was like, wow.
It's pretty impressive.
And then I said, okay, back to work.
Yes.
Isn't that terrible how we're like so caught up with like moving forward so much now that we're just like, oh my God, look how beautiful. Okay,
I'm done. Okay, moral of the story though, this eclipse is literally telling you stop doing that shit. Like actually take a second, at least in this moment in time, to look at yourself and the shit around you and your home, both real and figurative, both meat suit home and tiny box home or big box home, whatever, house, apartment, whatever you live in.
Here's a good thing. Here's a good thing. So when we talked about last time about the change that's happening within the new moon that was coming up, that just passed. Here's where you should be at with this eclipse and full moon. Basically, the way I view peace is accepting what life gives you and not what life is supposed to be.
Right.
So be on that rather than, well, it's supposed to be this way and it's supposed to be that. No, just right now, just live life on life's terms right now.
Yeah.
Just be like, this is what life has for you. Okay.
And I want to like specify a little bit of like my mystical Mac content getting in here. That doesn't mean resignation. To be at peace in that way, it does not mean resignation. It means acceptance. It's almost like it's a really I don't want to use the word elevated because it's not necessarily what I mean, but let me just say it's a very profound and deep thing to be able to hold perspectives that seem opposite in the same space. You're not accepting to resign because your life is never going to go where you want it to go. You're accepting because currently there is just no physical way of poofing your life into where you quote quote think it should be or supposed to be. So what you can do where you have agency is to hold that, okay, I've accepted, this is where I am. I'm accepting, okay? Me, I just got rid of, I just put in 2 weeks notice for a job of mine that I had, that the money was nice, but the timing just wasn't working out. And it's going to put me in a financial place where things are going to be tighter, but I'm choosing to accept that financial, I'm not going to call it necessarily a setback, just that financial change, because I know that it's going to make room for time and therefore energy that I didn't have for things that are going to be more important than making $1,000 extra, per, I don't know, month or whatever I was making over there. And so I don't go, oh, this is my budget now for the rest of my life. I go, okay, this is my budget right now. Let's see where this extra time and energy like puts me. And so in that way, I can accept where I am, knowing that I'm not resigning to it, knowing that I'm still moving forward. But you can't do that if you keep beating the rock in front of you and asking it to be a diamond. Like, go find yourself some diamonds. Stop beating at a fucking rock.
Drop the rock.
Drop the rock.
And move on.
There we go. Okay. Needed that tangent. Is that the message? Is there something else we should know before we dive into the reading?
That's all I'm getting right now.
Okay.
That's all I'm thinking.
It's probably the most, that's enough to worry about, honestly. Like,
the thing is with eclipses, I remember that tangent. I was born on an eclipse, and I had to go sidereal because there was no sign for people in Western who are born on total eclipses.
Wow.
So the only sign that was tangible was sidereal, where they had Rahu, which was the god of the dark side of the moon.
So wait, what is Rahu? Are Rahu and Lilith the same?
Kind of similar,
but one's masculine, one's feminine? Do they
Yeah.
coexist in the dark side of the moon, or are they like...
I would say, the Western side would be kind of Lilith, but Rahu, they're two totally different things, but they're kind of like in that same aspect.
Okay.
Like, since I have to say I'm Leo, Aquarius, Taurus under Rahu. Which is kind of good, according to Sidereal, where they're like, oh, you have Rahu, it is good. You have lots of fame and riches coming your way. And your Jupiter's in Leo, and, my Indian accent. I have an Indian astrologer, and they're amazing. But, they told me all these good things about it. So it like, because I have that dark side there, it cancels out all the negative aspects on my planetary signs, because I have, my Jupiter in Leo in the first house, and then I have it in Rahu. So it's kind of like a perfect yin and a yang.
Interesting.
Because Leo is the sun.
Yeah.
And Rahu is the dark side of the moon.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah. It's just interesting what I had to learn. But I still do my Western stuff. But back to... Didn't I put this damn thing on silent?
He's agreeing.
I know. There we go. Now I mute it. But yeah, that's pretty much it right now. I suggest, because the energies are so heightened, especially with the eclipse. If it's a solar, it tends to be like more energized than the moon. But I guess like the moon would be a heightened version of the dark side of the night, and then the total of the sun would be of the day of the sun. But right now would be good to just not make any harsh decisions that will change everything or your whole lifestyle. You did it before, which is good. You started before.
Yeah, I feel like my this whole ride for me started in like the shadow of Mercury retrograde.
Which is fine. Try to avoid manifestations or spell work. I don't encourage spell work on eclipses unless you do some other type of magic, which is quite forbidden. But
Not advisable.
unless you're a necromancer, then go ahead and do that, because necromancy requires you to do everything at night. Yeah. Or, there's people who practice necromancy in the daytime, but, the ceremonial is
I feel
nighttime.
like the energies are probably better at night.
Yeah, of course. You're using the dead. You're desecrating the dead. Come on.
Right. Why would you
But
daywalkers?
You're not going to be like, I'm going to go to McDonald's and then walk off to that cemetery after eating my Big Mac and then just open up a grave and take a couple pounds.
Boom.
Boom. There was this
Daywalking necromancy.
tombstone that was marked, but I pretended it wasn't. It said Agatha 1963. She won't worry. She's been gone since 1963.
Why is the name Agatha? Like, I remember there was like a Mary-Kate and Ashley Halloween movie when I was little, when they're like super little, and I feel like one of the names were Agatha. I just feel like Agatha is like a creepy witch name or like
well,
a
Agatha
creepy...
was the Scarlet Witch's mentor.
Oh, that's right, Agatha Harkness. See? There's something about Agatha's.
But they changed it on the Disney one, WandaVision.
Well, they called her Agnes for what's it called? For her alias. But then we found out she's Agatha later, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Spoilers for WandaVision.
Spoiler alert.
Shit, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
But it's kind of cool how they made the two Marvel worlds kind of different types of universes rather than collaborating together. Because, like, I know in the comic book, she was part of the Salem 8, I think.
She was still, like, that's her whole, okay, again, spoilers.
Or the Salem 6. Was it Salem 6
spoilers
or
for
Salem 8?
WandaVision.
I'm always bad at the numbers.
I mean, in Agatha's, like, bit of origin story we see that the way she became so powerful was because she, like, absorbed the rest of the coven back in Salem.
I think it was the Salem 6, I think.
Yeah.
In the comic book, she didn't absorb them, if I can remember.
In the comic book, she's also, like, an old lady.
Yeah, she's an old lady, and her cat
With her cat,
is
Mr.
Captain Marvel's
Scratch.
cat in the movie, in the Marvel
that's
universe.
Funny.
Or something like that. I don't...
Mr. Scratch, I think.
go back.
I don't know. I gotta rewatch WandaVision.
But Scarlet Witch is badass. She's my
Yes,
favorite.
I love her. I'm excited for Multiverse of Madness. Somehow this turned into a Marvel conversation. Let's
'cause
get into
witch.
the reading. Oh yeah, the
yeah.
witch.
Oh my god, we got Pentacles. Is it the 8?
Is it the 8? No. 1, 2, it's 6.
Exactly what I fucking said.
Okay.
Balance your shit. No new changes.
There, watch.
And just be.
Look at that. Wow.
That's very fucking easy.
Okay, so we got the 6 of Pentacles.
6 of Pentacles.
6 expired.
It's a rich man feeding poor people holding a balance
With
beam.
expired bread.
Throwing them shit that says it's expired. But I'm focused more on the fact that he's holding the balance and throwing the money. That means he knows how much he can like spend and throw out and how much he needs to keep to stay afloat.
Yeah.
He knows how to balance that shit. So he's like, here you go, people. I have some extra change, so you're cool. I'm still rich. And then you have the Justice card in reverse. Usually I don't read reversals, but it called to me to stay reversed when I turned it over. It said stay that way. No rebirth at the moment. Just be. Have a good time. Stay present with your friends right now. That's it. Let's see what the universe has to say.
Okay.
Oh, you changed it.
What?
That's interesting. The universe from now, the new one. Listen here, sticks. I set y'all up and I'll knock y'all right back down.
It's the one.
It's
oh my
the
God, yes,
7
it is.
of Wands. Yeah. Like, don't cry. Look, he's battling. He's being victorious, but he's fighting, for what he loves and what he wants. So he's standing in one spot at the moment. He's not running off and like the 10 of Wands where he's carrying the whole burdens with him.
Mm-hmm. In front of him. How is that efficient?
I know, exactly. I don't know. He's really blind
the
at it.
star.
Like, I think this is, and then you got the star. And what happens at the star? According to the major arcana, what's before the star? The Tower.
Destruction.
Change of everything, new foundation, and when you're left with nothing, what happens? You rebuild. You start fresh. Look, she's naked. She's saying, "Tits out, bitch. You about to see? You about to be famous."
Yes, this mood deck is the best.
I
Can
love
we just
this.
get? I would love to get sponsored by the person who created this deck.
Oh my god, I know the person. I think I sent them direct. I can send them a direct email. Maybe.
That would be like that'd be so fun.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite decks.
It's so good.
Universally, it's kind of like stay put, then make your move, and then start up fresh. It's just relax right now, and it's right here, right in the middle of the whole thing. It's the Judgment in reverse. Do not think about any drastic changes right now.
Just be in the moment.
Just have your wine with your 3 personalities if you don't have any friends. And be in the moment and enjoy what you have until you're ready to make your things. How crazy is that? It said exactly what I was saying.
I mean, it's not crazy. And what's funny, guys, is that, like, that feeling when you're running and all of a sudden you, like, okay, I can't be the only one who's done this, but as a kid, I literally, root chakra. A lot of home, grounded, examine your foundations emotionally, mentally, physically. But like the feeling, going back to what I was saying, the feeling of like literally you're running, and all of a sudden you turn around for a second and you turn back and there's a wall in front of you and you just hit it. And that like dazed and kind of like feeling. I feel like that's like the whole theme of how this episode has gone, and yet somehow it fits everything so perfectly because I feel like that's what happens when the energies just like stop like that.
Yeah.
I mean, just before I came into this house, a lady literally honked at me on the street because I was getting my stuff out of my car and I had my door like clearly temporarily open for a couple minutes, and she literally honked at me as if she couldn't just go around.
I like that. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I had something similar. I was in my car in the middle of a Zoom meeting driving, and they're discussing Serenity. I was like, whatever. Serenity. This woman cuts me off, looks at me, lips it, asshole, and honks her horn and drives off. And I just took me a second. I watched her drive off and I went, "You stupid bitch." And I drove. Then I hear, "Adir, turn the mic off. I'm here in the meeting." Oops. So imagine people. Serenity is when I'm feeling you stupid bitch.
But you know, somebody was thinking it during that Zoom meeting.
They were I probably made everyone's day. You made me forget about my issues. I bet I did. You know what they say? Laughter. If you can make somebody laugh for those few seconds, they took a vacation.
I mean, honestly, though, like it actually occurred to me when I was crazy sick last week. Can't believe it was last week. It was the kind of sickness, people, that was like, it's that flu that you feel like you're never going to be well again. But I realized like halfway through it that I was like watching depressing shit. And I was like, why aren't I watching funny things right now?
Laughter cures freaking everything.
I mean, it certainly fucking helps.
Yeah.
It fucking kickstarts some shit, keeps the healing going.
Oh, yeah.
So laugh, friends. Laugh through this halting of energies. When people honk at you for literally living your life, just, you know, have your stupid bitch moment. Yes. Or in my case, go around lady moment.
And it's, you know what, right now, it's going to be, I guarantee you, a lot of you people who are out there driving or doing your thing, there's going to be tons of, like, dramatic energy going on right now. Because it's kind of like, everything's going backwards. You have all this energy that's been going on prior to it. Then there was retrograde, and then we went through the shadow period, and everyone's like, oh, I feel so good. I just want to run. And then you have this eclipse where it goes, stop.
You know in Pokemon?
Wait a minute. You cannot pass go and collect 200 right now. Wait for this to end. It's like you're like going to work, and then there's that slow train going. You gotta wait through it. You're like,
I was thinking of like the part in Pokemon like very early on where like there's clearly like a herd of herding Pokemon in that generation that like
which gen?
No, just in general. There's always like some sort of herd Pokemon that's like blocking the path that you can't go. And everybody's like, oh, you can't go there. Apparently there's this herd of Pokemon standing in the way. That's like how this feels.
The Snorlax is sleeping. You need a flute to wake him up.
Yeah, you need to go on an adventure to go.
I love how you have to climb 2 mountains and go to another continent and planet for a fucking flute when you can just find, in reality, just go to stupid 7-Eleven. Y'all got toy flutes? Thank you. And then that little thing will roll away.
No. But is this eclipse that easy? No, it ain't.
Yeah, just chill right now until it runs its course, and then go back to normal.
Go find your flute.
Yeah, go to Siberia and find the flute and play for the Snorlax.
And the cat's back.
The cat. The cat. Oh my god, and now I have my mom talking to me right now. Not now, mother.
On that note, it's been real, this bonus lunar eclipse episode. Is there anything else that we need to I mean, I feel like we covered it, but are there parting words? Are your guides going giving you something for us right now?
I have a meme of the Buddha doing this, and at the bottom it says, "Don't be a cunt."
Oh!
That is the rule right now.
Don't be a cunt.
Okay? Just don't. If shit happens, just be like, okay, it is what it is. Don't be like, oh my god, why does this have to happen to me? I asked for decaf and they gave me caffeinated coffee and I wanted sugar-free 2 pumps of this and I got full sugar and whole milk. I'm vegan. Hello. You know what happens to me when I'm lactose intolerant? I get really bloated. Yeah, I know. I'm 165 pounds and I'm 5'2". I already look round. Imagine me when I'm bloated. You have to put butter on these doorways to make me go through. You know what? I'm vegan. Put pan, because that's just chemicals and it's not really vegetarian. It's no meat products or milk is being used. Okay. It's like one of those, you know what I mean? Or like, I went to get Botox. I got a cheaper price. This looks young and this looks. So I know what I'm gonna look like in 50 years. And this is me now.
Okay, so just no drastic decisions.
No drastic decisions.
Don't be giving out crazy complicated coffee orders or getting Botox. Or
I hate those people who do those. Even at the bar.
Oh,
Can I have a margarita skinny with no sugar and no triple sec and
Isn't that what skinny means anyway?
just tequila and lime juice?
Say tequila.
Do you at least want salt on the rim? No, because I'm intolerant of sodium. Why are you alive? You know?
Yeah.
Can I have a vodka soda but hold the soda? So you want it on the rocks? No, I want a vodka soda without the soda. All right, here you go, idiot.
Talk about doing some
complicated
inward
orders.
looking, I can't even speak. Talk about doing some inward work.
I'll tell you this, though. I had the best 2 girls that came into the bar one time. Her friend, she comes up, the one girl goes, do you have any gluten-free vodka? I was like, why, are you gluten intolerant?
Vodka is gluten-free.
I know, but she just asked me that, and then her friend cuts her off. No, she's just an asshole. That made me laugh. I was like, I'm buying your drink. Yours is $15.
Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole, period. You know, unless you have the right to be an asshole, then by all means, you know, wave that asshole. They should have an asshole pride flag. Like, I'm proud to be an asshole.
I mean, there are moments where, unfortunately, I'm not saying that it's never necessarily justified, but there are moments where you tell that story and every single person's gonna be like, yeah, I would have been an asshole too.
Hell yeah.
So unless it's that, just like don't be an asshole. But definitely during this eclipse, like look inward and ask yourself, where am I being an asshole? To myself, to my family, to my friends, to my dog, to the stray cat, whoever. Mm-hmm. And let's just do better to not be assholes.
You know, there was this guy that was really mean to me at the gym one time, and he was such an a-hole. He was on the treadmill. I literally wanted to get my towel and throw it at his ankles while he was running. I had it, like, ready to go. But I was being too much of an asshole.
See?
So I just walked away. Oh, fuck. I should have done it.
I should have done it.
I should have done it.
You know, idea, I might have done it.
He was so fucking mean. And he said something that was so, like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. And he's like, well, I believe it. And I said, and I'm not going to say it because some people will find it extremely offensive and it's not something I want to say here. But I was like, oh my God, what should I do? And I had that towel and I was about to throw it. And I would have just loved to see that towel, like Wonder Woman lassoed on his ankles and him just sliding it thrown across with that treadmill throwing him. You know, and then just been the asshole and said, it was the towel. I don't just flew off my hand. I didn't do nothing.
Some necromancy. A dead person came up and just...
Shit, hell yeah. So I just walked away and I was in my head going, fuck, I should have done anything. Just like sprayed some water on the floor of that treadmill and make him slip. And it was my fault. I was just drinking water and I just lost my cup. You know, but I didn't. I was a good kid about it.
You know, I'm certain that karma will continue to take care of this person.
Oh, it already has. He's a miserable beast.
Well, there you go.
You know?
There
That's
you
a good
go.
description of him. He's a beast.
A
He's
miserable beast. Aww.
Yeah. That's why I didn't do anything too, I think, because I already knew, this guy's miserable. Just look at him. Just jiggling like a Shar-Pei.
I mean, real talk, though.
It was bad.
Real talk, though. Like, real lesson. At the end of the day, yes, we're extensions of Source, God, whatever you want to call it. But, like, we're not here to dole out that kind of justice. And guess what? You try to dole out that kind of justice, it's probably just going to get doled out to you. So, you know.
I would dole out that kind of justice, even if it's worth it getting back at me. I was like, you know what? Fuck it.
And I respect that conscious decision.
But that's me working in that field that makes people laugh. I would say shit, but would I really do it? Absolutely.
Thank you, Adir, for your honesty and your knowledge and the really good tangents that we went on this time around.
I love our tangents. Our tangents are a lot of fun.
I do too. I feel like some people are here for the tangents, and it makes for good clips. So we'll put
It really does.
It does. We'll put your stuff in the description. I highly recommend, if you feel lost, hit up Adir. He can help you see some clarity or find some clarity through the tarot cards, the beautiful tool that are tarot cards.
I'll give you a good analogy. If shit happens where you want to slap somebody, the best way just to end the argument or do anything without even saying anything is be the Miranda Priestley when she goes. You look at their shoes and then look at their face, like, walk
and
away.
That's all is just in the energy.
That will say enough, because if you look at somebody's shoes and judge them, everyone gets extremely insecure off that. It's the most insecure thing, shoes and watches.
Mm-hmm. No wonder people spend so much money on them.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that funny? Just look at their shoes and go. And they go, oh my God, what's wrong with my feet? I just bought these. They were BOGO. Okay, it was a good deal.
And all we do is, that's all.
That's all.